2, 1, go!
First place.
Hello and welcome to the latest episode of the Electronic Eggs podcast. Joining me this time is Jake Smith.
Hello, everybody.
How are you doing, Jake?
I'm good. I'm very good, thank you. Everything is right in my world at the moment, so can't complain.
Good. You've not been to Japan this week?
Not this week, no.
No.
Couple of months and then I'm back again.
Nice.
Although my friend is there currently at the moment, Matt Sefton, Ginger Beard Man, and we've been chatting back and forwards as he's very excited to be there.
I can imagine I too would be very excited if I could ever afford to go again. Which with 4 children is very hard to justify.
Yeah.
Although two boys do want to go though.
Yeah.
So
I was going to say, it'd be cheaper just to pay your mum to look after them and you go on your own.
Yeah. But one of them is 24, so I don't really
he can look
have
after
to pay
them
too much. So he should be able to afford his own ticket.
Yeah.
So just want to go into a bit of what we've been playing recently, really. Jake, do you want to kick us off with some games that you've been playing at the moment?
Yep. I know that I keep coming back to this one, but I am playing Phantasy Star Online again. And I've recently joined a guild with Retro Faith and a couple of others, and they've been playing hardcore regularly weekly from COVID onwards. And one of the gang is on level 200, which, if you know anything about Phantasy Star Online on sort of Dreamcast or GameCube, that is a tremendous amount of hours put in. Yeah, because apparently from level 199 to 200, you kind of have to get all the points again to go up that level, because it's sort of like the curve of progression is quite steep. So yeah, he's level 200 something. Maybe I'll get there one day because I've just clocked into like level 101. And so it's great to play with a team of 3 or 4 people on a regular basis. And that game is a game that just keeps giving for me, so I'm always happy to play.
Yeah, I don't know if I mentioned this before, but one of my old friends, he and his wife met on Phantasy Star Online back on the Dreamcast.
Never. That's tremendous.
Yeah. I wonder if they did the whole ASL thing in TeXtSpeak,
Yeah,
because it was on TeXtSpeak on the Dreamcast, wasn't it? So.
yeah. Or you could either type it out if you had a keyboard, or you'd hopefully get the right symbols to convey your love and romance, I suppose.
This is before emojis were a thing that you could do to convey how you were feeling.
Yeah, you kind of had to craft your own. You could do your own custom icons, so I'm sure there may have been a few sort of rude ones going back and forward.
Yeah. Phantasy Star Online. I really would love to get back to it at some point, but I just haven't got the hours to dedicate that I would need to dedicate myself to.
You're not wrong. It really is a time sink. Like most nights, is at least 2 hours. You can go to 3 or 4 if you want to parade through all the levels and wipe everything out. It's just good fun.
Yeah, I just love the music on that game so much. Such a good soundtrack.
Yes.
Maybe I could just listen to it and pretend I'm playing.
Yeah. Carry on working or playing other stuff and listen to that.
Yeah, that might be the best thing to do. Anything else that you've been playing, Jake?
I have a game called Going Medieval, which is in early access on Steam at the moment, made by a company called Foxy Voxel. It's been in early access for probably about a year now. Tune. It's a world building, terraforming sim type of game set in, as the title may suggest, medieval England. you take control of 3 settlers, and you basically have to help get them foraging and building a shelter, and basically turn that into a town. Give them all tasks, jobs, micromanage what they can do and what they can't do. Be aware of what their skills are. Get them to craft from wooden bows up to steel sort of long swords, etc. Really great detail, nice progression mechanism, but it has absolutely massive hooks. I can't stop playing it at the moment. I played it like for about a year ago when I first got it, and I sank in 80 hours straight away, no problem. I've probably doubled that in just the last week, sort of another 160 on top of it. It's ridiculous. I really enjoy it. You can kind of set everything up, click on your settlers and tell them what to do, and then leave it for 10, 15 minutes. Let them run
Yeah.
around and do all the stuff. If you change things for them and nag them, they'll get annoyed at you and huff off or refuse to work for you. So you kind of do a few things, let them go and do it, and then come back to it and set the daily tasks. So they can sort of run the town on their own in a way, but then you'll get incursions or you'll get someone turn up as a beggar or whatever it is. Um, Events like hailstorms, thunder might set fires off and things like that. So you're constantly on your toes, but it's a great pace to it. And you can just pause it and then tell everyone what to do, and then unpause it and let them run off and do what they need to do. But yes,
Oh,
very deep, good, complex game, and I am just sinking too much time into that now.
is it deck verified?
No, I don't think so yet. It works much better with keyboard and mouse than sort of a
Yeah.
joypad because there's a lot of shortcut keys to do tasks.
Right. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. No, yeah, I really do like world builders. So
Mm.
something I really need to upgrade my PC to play.
Well, I suppose if you get a Bluetooth mouse and keyboard for your Steam Deck, you might be able to do it.
Yeah, because I can dock that, can't I? So
Yeah,
that's
yeah, get it on big screen. Worth a go.
yeah.
I might try that and let you know. But
Sure.
such a superb game.
Yeah, yeah. I see. I've had a look at some videos of it. And yeah, it looks really good.
Hmm.
Very much my cup of tea.
Yep. And the last one I've been playing, and I only picked this up the other day finally, when I got round to it, so I've not sunk too much time into it, is Terminator 2D, No Fate, which is no stranger to us on Blue Sky with Quang and Bitmap Bureau chaps
Yeah.
online. Um, and it's kind of hit nicely at the right time because it's very, very 16-bit sort of feeling to it, all pixel art and stuff. It just looks great and it plays really well. So with this theme of this podcast, it was just a nice little sort of accompaniment to go with it.
Yeah, yeah, it looks so good. It really does. Like I've watched videos of it and I really want to play it, but yeah, I haven't pulled the trigger yet, but I will.
Yeah.
But it does look absolutely stunning as a like in the terms of the 2D art.
I'd had it for a bit and hadn't really sat down and played it, whereas it just felt the right time to do it. And the animation is silky, silky smooth. It's just beautiful, and it's a good, nicely tuned difficulty level to it, so you're not put off by it, but you can crank it up to make it harder for yourself. So
That's
I'm looking
cool.
forward to wading through that and maybe completing on a couple of difficulties. I don't
So
know how
would you
far I'll
say
get with it.
it's better than Terminator 2, the arcade game?
Do you know what? I can't even remember what that was like. I
It
didn't
was
play it much.
the light gun shooter.
Oh, but yeah, it's a different kettle of fish. It's that side scrolling back and forward exploration platforms. And do you remember Alien on the DS? Alien, was it Alien 3 by Way Forward? It feels very much like a Way Forward game.
Um, I've one of the games I've been playing, which is kind of on that theme, is Shinobi Art of Vengeance.
Yes, yeah. Hmm. Oh, are you there? Have I dropped off? It's all gone very quiet.
Like with these I've gone for, but it plays like a 16-bit game.
Cool. Yeah, I downloaded it, played
It's
through the first.
kind of got that Metroid style gameplay, but everything's broken down into levels. So you go through a level and you move on to the next level. But in each level, you have a completion status for each level. And the further you get in the game and the more abilities and stuff you can get, you can go back and do other parts of earlier levels.
Yeah.
So yeah, it makes the game last a long time, but the gameplay is so good and like the combat is unbelievable.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just been, I've absolutely loved it. I've finished it recently. Well, I finished it when did I finish it? Yesterday. And God, I want another one so bad already. It's just absolutely brilliant. The music's great as well, but it's from the same guys that the guys and girls who did Streets of Rage 4. So
Yeah. Was it Lizard Cube?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and they did the Wonder Boy, didn't they, as well?
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
Wonder
yeah.
Woman as
They know
well.
Sega.
They do. They've definitely got some kudos with there and some pull in there.
Yeah, because like I can't. Yeah, I mean, Streets Race 4 for me was absolutely phenomenal as well. But this
Hmm.
just took it up a notch. I wasn't expecting this to be as good because I
Yeah,
haven't played a good Shinobi game in a long, long time.
yeah.
But this is next level stuff. It's unbelievable. And it's usually goes really cheap down to like 15 quid or so, even lower sometimes. But yeah,
It's another one in my shame pile of I've got it, I've bought it, it's installed, and I just haven't played it. So I'm going away soon, and I'll be taking probably my Switch Lite with me, and I do hope to get through a couple of games I've bought for that. See if I can put some time in.
Okay, the game is Shinobi. Your basic fist and stomach, foot and face arcade hit. 19 stages of major ninja warfare. Observe. You got your throwing stars, your bombs, your nunchucks. Nice shot. If you live through this round, you get ninja magic. Hey, you can be next. Hey, I can't see.
Shinobi, just one of 70 games from Sega. Games and accessories sold separately. And coming this Christmas, 2-player Double Dragon. Sega, major fun and games.
Wait till they see Double Dragon.
so other than Shinobi, I got heavily addicted to Animal Crossing New Horizons now that the Switch 2 version's out.
Excellent, excellent.
So I paid for that upgrade, and then I realised that my island did not make it over to the Switch 2.
Oh my god. Gutted.
Um, yeah, but then I realised it's because my daughter had an island on my old Switch, and she took it off to her Switch, her own Switch.
Oh,
So yeah, so that's where my island went. So yeah, I had to start again, but I've not regretted starting again. Actually, I've actually really enjoyed it again.
oh yeah, good, good, good.
It's
Is
really
that
good.
in terms of like you know what to do better this time and won't do that, and you kind of short
Yeah,
circuit
basically,
with
it's
it?
like I know how to make money quick to
Mm,
pay off the capitalist Tom Nook.
yes,
Yeah,
fight
but
the
I like
power.
to, but I like to think I actually have some trickle down economics in me, in that when I make money on there, I'm constantly helping out the whole place. I'm using my money to make the place better.
Yeah, yeah.
You
You're a
know,
philanthropist. You're a
yeah,
bit of the old Gotham City, um, paying back and funding public transport, etc.
exactly. Yeah, and then when I'm like visiting like friends or my daughter's island, I'm going over with some money, and I'm leaving it there for them as well. Just that's the sort of guy I am. Yeah.
Uh, that's good to hear. I
Yeah.
think how you behave in a video game is a true reflection of who you really are.
You see, I can't go renegade on any game. When they say,
Oh,
when you have like the choice, like
yeah, yeah.
I can't make those bad decisions. I'm like, no, I can't do
No,
it, even
same.
though it's
I'm
not real.
Yeah. I might be a bit chaotic good, but it's always towards the good side of things.
Yeah, same. Yeah, I might be like, well, yeah, I'm going to shoot that person, but only because he's a dick. Um,
Yeah.
but
And I might just
yeah,
wound him rather than kill him outright.
yeah, exactly. Or I'll say something that I think, isn't pushing the boundaries, but it
Mhm.
reinforces my point, but maybe it's a little bit chaotic. But yeah, I can't go full bad guy in any games. It's very weird. But I have been also playing the new God of War Sons of Sparta that came out last week,
Oh, yeah.
which is the 2D Metroid style God of War game where you play as young Kratos.
Okay.
Um, his voice actor is so annoying. He sounds really childish. I know he is a
Yeah.
child, right? But you're like,
But yeah.
yeah, and he sounds white, whereas we know that
Mm,
both of the other Kratos actors, as he gets older, are black.
yeah.
And it just sounds like he's gone from this like really skinny white guy to that. Yeah, I can't believe that's Kratos I'm playing as.
Mm. Suspension of
It's a
belief
little bit
for it.
weird.
Is that
Yeah,
all
but
a
I'm enjoying it though.
pixel art kind of game?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. It's really good looking actually.
Mm,
It's got like the style behind it when it in just pictures doesn't look very attractive, but once you're playing it, the art style's really good.
yeah.
And like the animation's fantastic, and the background sceneries and things like that are just stunning. But
It seems like there's a lot of interest in pixel based games, on a regular basis, not just the indie fringe edges. It's not just a trend. It's pretty solid at the moment, isn't it?
yeah, it is. Yeah, and it's good to see. It is good to see
Hmm.
that it is coming back. But yeah, that. But then I've been playing because I got the PS3. Well, I've had the PS3. I hooked up for years, but I was playing it again to play Ridge Racer 7. While I
Yeah.
was doing that, I decided to start playing other PS3 games. So I've been playing a lot of the original MotorStorm, which I still think is really good.
Yes. Yeah.
Virtua Tennis 3, which I was playing, and I can't believe that game was a launch game for the PS3 and looks that freaking good in 2026.
All the Virtua Tennis games look good. I think
Yeah,
Virtua Tennis has like a generous sprinkling of magic in it because they play tremendously well. They've got the Sega arcade feel, but they just look great.
yeah. And this was the last Virtua Tennis made by a Japanese studio, though, wasn't it? Because
Mm.
from four, there was the World Tour, and then the four versions were done by Sumo.
Hmm. Yep, they took over the franchise like license.
Yeah, but yeah, Virtua Tennis 3, just playing that and just seeing it at 1080p, 60 frames, day one on PS3, that's really impressive.
Yeah.
And yes, absolutely
Yeah.
gorgeous. But yeah, I had so much fun with that. Although you know how old it is because Tim Henman's still in it. You know,
I think if they made a Virtua Tennis next week, it'd still have Tim Hem in
he's
it.
just
He
like a
seems to
mascot character.
omnipresent. Yeah.
He's like Akira for the Virtua
Yeah.
Fighter series. It's Tim Henman. Because yeah, he's been around since the beginning, hasn't he?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Shit, forgot
Dreamcast and
about
all
that.
that stuff. Yeah.
Although there hasn't been a Virtua Tennis in over 10 years, but yeah. I've also Race Driver Grid, the original one. And despite
Yeah.
playing a lot of
That
Grid
still looks good.
Legends recently, it still looks amazing. It plays amazing as well. And I think it might still be my favorite of that series. And I think because I've played all the other grids since, I've just sort of forgotten about the first one. And yeah,
Yeah.
I just started playing it. And I was like, oh my God, this is absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
Uh,
I've been playing that and a bit of with the news of Sony closing down Bluepoint. I played a bit of Blast Factor, their first game, their only original game I think they actually made,
yeah.
in
I
a tribute.
for PS3 games, I still go back to the Burnout titles, particularly Burnout Paradise, which still looks ace on a PS3. I love the Burnout games.
Yeah, I do. Oh, that reminds me. I did play. I played LA Noire. Right, I remember playing that back in 2011. I only played it for a little bit, and then I got sidetracked by the other 1,000 games that came out in 2011. And I was like, oh my God, this is actually really good. Because I love stuff like the Ace Attorney games and stuff like that. So I like that whole investigation and
Hmm.
like talking to witnesses and things. So I was really enjoying it. And I thought, oh wait, I've got this on Switch. So I played it on. So I loaded up the Switch version on the Switch 2, and I prefer the visuals of the PS3 version because it's got this sort of like grainier look to it,
Yeah.
and it doesn't look that clean. Whereas on the Switch, and I think it's the same with the PS4 and the Xbox version, it looks like much cleaner, and I don't really like that look for that style of game. I kind of like that
The
graininess
grittiness
to
of
it.
it. Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was
Let's
just
not mention. I was going to say, let's not mention Yakuza 3 that's just come out recently and got an absolute trashing
yeah.
compared to the original versions of it.
I'm so glad I
PS4,
still
for
have that on
example.
PS3.
Yeah. It's insane.
Yeah. And that is definitely my favorite of the Yakuza series as well. That or 5. I can't decide between those two,
Mhm.
but yeah, they're fantastic. So we'll move on to, we had a couple of listener questions, which I took to you, Jake, before I decided on what we're going to do. And one
Yeah.
of the questions was from a guy called James, who asked, what are some hidden 16-bit gems? And then another message was, are there any import games in the 16-bit era that may have passed us by? So I put this to you, and you said that we should do the two together.
Yeah. I think there's plenty of games that everyone knows about that are the gems, and every VTuber has covered them in depth. You know, you can point
Yeah.
at Gunstar Heroes, Gary's, Twinkle Tail on the Mega Drive. They're all great games, but they're all
LSD.
very well known. You know, the gem status is like they're all explored to death, but there's some games that maybe didn't get the plaudits first time round, but they still hold up. They're still good to play. So we had a bit of a discussion, didn't we? What counts as a deep cut? Does it have to be good if it's a deep cut, or is it just interesting from a sort of a development point of view, or what did it do with the hardware versus sort of the games everybody knows? So
Yeah.
kind of I went for sort of some of the ones I still play, games that are interesting to me, and I went off and sort of looked back at some that I thought were good, and whether they were or not, dear listener, we shall find out. Yeah, we had an interesting deep dive, didn't we?
We did, yeah. Yeah, and it was good. Yeah, so I've gone for a lot of stuff that's probably, I wouldn't say is great, but definitely overlooked and definitely
Mhm.
worth a try if you
Yep.
fancy playing these games. That's where I've come from on this one.
Yeah, and I was also considering that a lot of people who are playing retro games weren't part of that whole scene first time round. So you're kind of going off the information you see on the YouTube videos or reviews now, and obviously they focus on all the good stuff, or they give some games a kicking because it's kind of funny in times, whereas
Yeah.
some of the unglamorous games get absolutely glossed over and don't even get mentioned. And so we've kind of poked into some of those as well, haven't we?
Games that because we've got, although to the other thing with that is you've gone PC Engine Mega Drive route, and I've gone Super
Yeah.
Nintendo Super Famicom route.
Yeah, most of my sort of gaming from that era is Japanese releases, and so I was a big import gamer for the Mega Drive. Originally wanted to get a PC Engine, and I saw at a trade show an import PC Engine, but next to a Mega Drive, and so I was like, right, I'm getting a Mega Drive because they had Ghouls and Ghosts on it, and it just looked incredible. So as you said, rightly pointed out, I've gone Japanese sort of Mega Drive PC Engine, and you are the counterfoil to this, aren't you? So you are the counterfoil to my importing and Japanese PC Engine Mega Drive stuff. You have gone for
I've gone for stuff that was localized. Well, not everything that I've gone for is localized, but I've gone for a lot of localized games, but also a couple of licensed games as well,
Mhm. Yeah.
which it makes a bit of a difference. But yeah, there are a couple of import games on mine, but they are mostly games that you could freely get over here. I say
Mhm.
freely. Yeah, they're quite rare actually.
Yeah, unfortunately, the prices of these things are just silly at the moment. So if you can buy one of the small devices like Super Nintendo Mini or whatever, and it's got these games on the Mega Drive Minis, go for it. Otherwise, you'll have to find them yourself.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Speaking of like ridiculous pricing, did you see the price of the Nintendo's Super Mario wooden blocks for kids?
No, go on.
Like 30
Scare me.
pieces for 113.99.
Oh, Jesus. That's incredible. I mean, they'll sell. They'll sell
They
to
will.
adults who'll just have them. Sell to adults who'll have them on the shelves in the back of their YouTube videos.
Yeah, yeah. That's what they'll be. They're just badges of honor,
Mhm.
aren't they?
Yeah, yeah.
So
Probably
I'll
much
let
like
you
the
go
Virtual
for
Boy that
it.
I've probably
Yeah.
much like the Virtual Boy I've bought and haven't opened or played yet.
So I pre-ordered that, and then I realised that my bank card expired for that
Uh-huh.
because I completely forgot it was on there. So I went in and tried to change it, but they wouldn't let me change it with that order. So they said,
Yeah.
"Oh, cancel the order and then reorder it with a new card." So I did that, but it won't let me order it because it thinks I've already ordered one.
Oh, that's a bit annoying.
So I haven't got one of those yet.
Mhm.
So I've emailed them asking them to let me buy one.
Mm,
So we'll see how that goes.
yeah.
And
Okay,
I'll use
so
it for like
kick us.
5 minutes, and that'll be it.
Yes, I'd actually be interested in playing the unreleased games on it because I do have a
That's
Virtual
all
Boy
I care about.
in
Yeah,
storage somewhere.
like
And I
there's
played it back in the day.
a new F-Zero that I've never played coming.
Yeah, I think that's got most people's attention. It's
Yeah,
definitely the way it's the way to shift the unit, though, isn't it? Put something
yeah,
interesting like that on it.
yeah. Sorry, you were going to start with your
Yeah,
suggestions.
but we get sidetracked. So I'm going to start with one that, in my mind, I thought, oh yeah, I remember that being quite good. A little bit of a rough gem, enjoyable to play. And I went back and played it, and it didn't quite sort of stand the test of the rose tinted glasses. So the game in question is Marvel Land by Namcot for the imports, which was the differentiating between Namco Arcades and Namco Home Gaming. Better known as Talmit's Adventure in the UK and US. Platform game, brightly coloured, stands me in mind of a lot of the Taito games, side-scrolling levels and jumping around and everything.
Oh,
When
cool.
I got this back in the day as an import, I was very disappointed with it because it looks like a Master System game. It's pretty basic, and from that point on, I didn't really give it much chance to shine or play it much. I pretty much traded it back in as soon as I could. Having gone back to it, because I've obviously play it over the years, occasionally just think, was I wrong? I went back to it and I really enjoyed the way the character moved and the mechanics within the way the jumps and stuff, but it had a very annoying dispensation for just killing you quite quickly by evilly placed baddies and stuff, and it became a bit of a grind within 2 levels. So I was like, this isn't quite as much fun as I thought I remembered it to be, and I was kind of bit disappointed in a way because I really wanted to give this game a lot of love and sort of say, yeah, I was wrong. I was so naive as a kid because I thought it was just the graphics and everything. But I mean, I'm going to actually stick with it because there's something about the way the character moves and the control system. There's a bit of inertia when the character turns around or slows to like a little halt, but it's not enough to just drive you mad. It's quite good. Although the jumping is a bit floaty, and when you land on a platform, some of the platforms are out of view, so you're floating down and you move quite quickly, and you're like, "Am I going to hit this platform? I don't know." Or you end up sort of getting hit by a baddie or something like that. But yeah, that was. I thought this might be a hidden gem. It's certainly a lesser known game. I'll give it that much. It looks like, as I said, it could be a Master System or a very good Famicom game. Um, but yeah, it didn't hit the spot. It's an
That's so
interesting one. I
strange.
will go back to after even after this chat that we're having. I won't slate it off and never touch it again like my younger self did. I know there's a good game in there. I think I just have to sit with it longer.
Yeah, yeah, I get that. Yeah, there's one of the games of mine that I remembered loving when I was younger and played it, and I was like, "Oh, that's crap."
Is that the same game? Yeah. And but when on the Mega, for example, on the Mega Drive, it is a Mega Drive game, Marvel Land. There are other games like Castle of Illusion which were so much better and they play so much better. It's not a surprise that this doesn't get talked about.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough.
Mhm.
I'll go with what I was going to say then. With so this one is Jadico Rally Big Run
Mhm.
on the Super Famicom. So I picked this up when I was about 13 or 14. We were on holiday in Devon, family holiday in
Yeah.
Devon, and we went to like this old like bric-a-brac shop. Bric-a-brac shops don't
Yeah.
exist really anymore. Well, I guess they're charity shops now, aren't they?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Charity shops.
And yeah, I went into this one, and they had one video game in the whole thing, and it was Jalico Rally Box Super Famicom. And
And you
obviously, I
had to
didn't know
buy
what
it.
they.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to buy it because it was £2. So I was like, yeah, okay. I had an adapter anyway, so I could play import games. And I had my Super Nintendo with me because I knew, going on holiday with my family, there was going to be lots of sitting indoors as well as going out. I'm like,
Yep.
I'm not going to be left doing nothing. So I'm going to bring my Super Nintendo. And yeah, I got home, played it, and I was like, oh my god, this is brilliant. And then played it in the arcade about a year later, and like the arcade version, just I think it's just called Big Run in the arcade.
Yeah.
And that was really good as well, but I preferred the Super Famicom version. But then when we were discussing this, I decided to download a copy of Jalico Rally Big Run, and it is utter shit. Like it's a really bad racing game. It's meant to, it plays a bit like Outrun, but just crap.
The poor man's Outrun.
Yeah,
Like a home conversion of something that didn't quite hit the mark at all.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and it's just utter trash. And I was like, how did I like this so much as a kid? Especially when I had like Top Gear and Top Gear 2 on the Super Nintendo and Lotus Challenge and stuff on the Mega Drive and things. I was like, how did
Yeah.
I like this? Like, it's utter garbage. So yeah, that's one game that I wanted to call out because I thought I was going to like this again.
Hmm.
So that's why I
Yep.
picked it to play, and then I played it, and I was, oh, there's not even good like music or anything in the game to help it, and all the sound effects are absolutely shit as well. It
It's
looks nice
it's similar with
when
the
it's not
Marvel Land. It's
moving.
like really basic colors, really basic sound, and it's like, is this a 16-bit game? It must have been
Yeah,
like, I don't know what year it was. I didn't even look it up, but it must have been very early in the console's life. Yeah, but don't worry, dear reader, we will get to games we do like and that are actually good.
yeah. I think Janico Rally came out in like '91 or something. But
Yeah.
when you look at the arcade game, I thought when I played on the Super Nintendo version, it looked like it.
Mm,
And then I
Your memory
then I looked
plays
up a
big tricks
video
on you.
of the arcade game just because your memory from being a child to now, and I was just blown away by the arcade game. Like the arcade game looks stunning still,
Mm, hmm.
but I would say that this also looks a bit like a Master System game
Yeah.
on the Super Famicom. So
Yeah.
if you want to play a really shit rally game, I would try out Big Run, Jalico Rally.
That's an Electronic Eggs thumbs up for that
Yeah,
shit version of it.
for the shit version of it. But apparently there was also a Amiga and Atari ST version as well.
Yes.
But I haven't played those.
I was aware of that, and I haven't seen any moving video of them because looking back, I know this is probably going to upset a lot of Amiga ST owners. A lot of the screenshots, the static screenshots, look really good, and then you
Yeah,
see them moving, you're like, "Oof, no, they're not for me." So yeah,
yeah. This one
send your
this
hate
one
mail
looks
towards me. It's
shit
not me.
in the Super Famicom version looks shit as well. Like if
Mm.
in a still image, but yeah, yeah.
Did it have any of the super scaling stuff on the SNES, or was it
No,
just sort of
it was
sprite based?
just yeah, it's just sprite based. Yeah, I mean it had like so it kind of had a bit of the mode 7 on the track, but not really. So you could sort of where it bends and things like that on the track.
Mm.
There's a bit of it there, but you just think about all the really good racing games that you could get on the Super Nintendo,
Yeah,
and then there's
could have
that.
used all that hardware.
Yeah. Now I feel like my 13 or 14-year-old self was completely ripped off with that £2.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Anyway, what do you want to talk about next, Jakey?
We'll go for something a bit more upbeat, shall we?
Yeah.
I'm going to go in early with one of my favorite Mega Drive games.
Oh,
It's a vertical shoot 'em up called Elemental Master. Um, it was released in Japan and then nearly a year and a half or so later in North America. Um, it's developed and published by Technosoft in Japan. It was picked up by the Renovation label in the US, and it never got a release in Europe. So when I am talking to people about Mega Drive shmups and stuff, if they're not well versed as an importer, it's a game that really does fly under the radar, I think. Um, Beautiful to look at. It's set in sort of a fantasy land. You are the hero laden. You're a bit of a magician type of character running up the screen with big red cape and long black hair tied back. Um, you're battling your the baddie who turns out to be your brother, Rocky, Roki, not Rocky Balboa, which is revealed in the intro, so it's not a big spoiler. And you go challenging up these, I think 5, 6, 7. Yeah, there's 4 original levels, and then 2 or 3 to get to the final boss. A beautiful game. It's so good to look at. It is a memorize the patterns type of game, and not massively difficult to get quite far in it first go. Tricky for the final boss because of the patterns that you have to memorize and go through. And so when you haven't played it for a bit, you come back to it and you're like a bit of a panic mode. Oh shit! What am I doing? What am I doing? But it comes back to you quick enough. The key thing for the game for me is the music is sublime. It's absolutely brilliant. Really memorable songs that you're humming as you're playing them through. Your foot's tapping, and you lock into the groove and you play along to the music. It's such a good game. If you like vertical shooters, it's a fantasy
I
setting
do.
rather than like a spaceship as they all are. It's such a worthy game
Yeah.
to check out. And in terms of audio,
Okay.
the final song that plays when you complete it, it's just awesome. It's just great. I can't sing the praises of this game enough. But as you were unaware of it, it is a bit of a hidden gem.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I do want to give that a shot actually. But yeah. No, that sounds
Yeah.
cool. My next one. So I'm going to go another route here. I'm going to go for a licensed game for the Super Nintendo, but it's also on everything else as well. So, but the I did play the Mega CD version of this as well, and it's a completely different game to the Super Nintendo version, Jake.
Oh, right. Because I was going to
Because
mention the same
Core
game. We had
Design,
a pre-chat, didn't we?
yeah,
Yeah.
so Core Design developed the Sega version,
Yeah.
whereas a part of Sony ImageSoft created the Super Nintendo version. And
Hmm.
the one of the main people behind the Super Nintendo, this is Hook, by the way, the video game
Hmm.
on the Super Nintendo that I'm talking about, is Alan Becker, who was the former head of Santa Monica Studio and Japan Studio
Hmm.
for PlayStation. So
Yeah.
like, he went on to do quite a lot of good stuff. But yeah, so the Super Nintendo version is it's more of a like side-scrolling platform action game.
Yeah.
And it's got like the visuals are lovely, the animation's really good, and I really like this. And I was playing, like I said, I played this back in the 90s, and I thought I'll play it again now just to see. And it's actually really good. And it has a lot in common with Sony ImageSoft's other game that I really like, which I'll talk about later, Sky Blazer.
Hmm.
There's a lot in common between those two games, other than staff, I would imagine. But yeah, it's a really really fun license game. But I had also as a kid, before I got the Super Nintendo, I had Hook on Game Boy, the game from Ocean,
Yeah.
and I remember thinking that the only good thing about that was there was like a basketball around and you could pick it up and there was a hoop that you could try and shoot it into. Because everything else about that game is absolute shit on the Game Boy. But the
There was a
Super
weird
Nintendo one,
period of time, wasn't there, where some of these conversions were done by different teams. So you got Aladdin as well, which was done on by different teams on Mega Drive and SNES, and everyone can argue till the blue in the teeth which one they think is the best out of them. But yeah,
Super
it
Nintendo.
sets up really big differences that you weren't aware of at the time. I don't think.
I miss that. Like I really do miss having those different versions.
Yeah.
Because there's the Batman and Robin, the Adventures of Batman and Robin on Super Nintendo, Mega Drive, and Mega CD, which are all different. Like even the Mega CD and the Mega Drive versions are different. The Mega CD version has a lost episode of the cartoon on it.
Oh no way.
Yeah, so it has cutscenes intercepted between each of the levels, and it forms 22 minutes, which is the length of the cartoons.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's so
which is
cool.
insane, right? But
Yeah,
that's the reason to play that version. But it is the worst version to play gameplay wise.
of course.
But it has this lost episode. But the Super Nintendo version definitely the better of the three. But the Mega Drive version has the better music of the Batman and Robin, which is weird because
Yeah, I was just going to say.
yeah. I think it was the
Going back to Hook.
Yes, sorry, I forgot we were talking about Hook.
No, it's. Am I right in thinking, because I've only played the Mega Drive version, that the SNES and the Mega Drive versions and the Sega CD Mega CD are the same type of game?
They're the same type of game, but they're very different. From what I played from the Mega CD version and the Super Nintendo version, that is, they come from the same blueprint, but the one from Core Design on the Mega CD that I played feels a bit slower.
Yes,
where
yes.
it's not as arcadey in feel as the Super Nintendo version. I haven't played the Mega Drive one, so I don't know. I couldn't find that to be able to play that one. It was much easier to find the Mega CD version. But yeah, I really enjoyed both versions though, so I would recommend both of them for that 16-bit hit of a really good license game that probably everyone didn't play because they probably heard about the Game Boy and the Nintendo and the NES version being shit.
So I was when we were talking before we do this a couple of days ago. I was thinking of doing Hook as well for the Mega Drive because it was a game I'd seen screenshots of, and for a Mega Drive game, it looks really good. I like the sprites and the way they're designed, and they look really sharp. And I was like, yeah, maybe this could be a hidden gem. I haven't really played it myself, so I went and played it. And unlike you, I didn't really like it. It is very slow, and I found it really sort of floaty and directionless in a way. When you're jumping, you just sort of, am I jumping? Do I have to keep pressing to fly? And no, actually, you just hold
You
the button
do.
down.
Yeah.
And I
Nothing's
don't know.
explained though. Yeah.
No, it was very slow moving, and yeah, it did not push my buttons. So it looks really good for a Mega Drive game. It really looks great. I haven't played the Super Nintendo version, and by the sound of it, it's a lot more arcadey. So I would like to give it a go. But again, it was the one I thought would be a gem, but it didn't really hit for me.
Yeah. No, I did really like it. Like I say, I think the if you're going to play it, like the Mega CD and the Super Nintendo version is definitely the way to go. I would say. Don't play any of the other terrible versions.
Yeah. I might have played a terrible version, but yeah, I'll give the Super Nintendo version a go for sure.
Cool. Anything else from you, Jake?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've got plenty here to go. How long have we got, Chris? We've got loads to go through here. I'll divert from another shoot 'em up because we've got a few in the list, but I'm going to go for another platformer since we're on the subject. And this is a game that came out on the Mega Drive again, looking a little basic, but then the arcade game looked a little basic. And it's called Wardner or Warden no Mori in the Japanese version, Warden's Woods. It's a arcade game by I think it's Compile. Um, it's your girlfriend's been pinched by the baddie, and you go and get her. It feels onto the surface a bit like Ghouls and Ghosts. Your character, your sprite, is quite like a chubby-looking kid. To be fair, occupying almost as wide as he is tall, and you go through the woods and then into a castle and all that kind of stuff to rescue your girlfriend. It's very difficult. First time I played this as a kid, and when we got the import, we were like, "Oh my god, this is the hardest game I've ever played," and really getting short fuse with it. Um, but going back to it again, I've found it to be really entertaining and quite rewarding as you push further into the levels. It got a re-release on the Mega Drive a couple of years ago in Japan, so it must have something about it if people are re-releasing it. It is quite an endearing game. But again, I think back in the day it looked basic, so it kind of put me off a bit, and the frustration levels were definitely high as a young testosterone fueled kid. But playing it again, the reward is great because every time you die, you know it's your fault. And I like games like that where uh, you know you're at fault. I've not jumped at the right point. I've done it, but it's not punishingly so bad where it's a pixel out. You're screwed. It is. You've got to just get it right. And once you start getting it right and get the timing and the curve of the jump and you don't bang your head on stuff, and yeah, it's a very enjoyable game. And because it doesn't look great, it probably didn't get the eyes and attention that it maybe could have if it looked Castle of Illusion style. But it does feel more arcadey than the Castle of Illusion. So yes, I think that's one worth checking out.
Cool. I've gone for what was sticking onto the Sony ImageSoft thing. I've just to talk about Skyblazer now.
Yeah, go on. I'm interested to hear this.
So Skyblazer is a action platform adventure game. So it's you move side to side, you jump, kick, that sort of stuff. But
Mhm.
it's got an absolutely incredible soundtrack, beautiful sprite work. Like the sprites are absolutely gorgeous in this. The main character that you are, which is I don't even know his name actually. I don't think I've even I don't think I've ever seen the story for it or anything. It's just literally just you're going through side-scrolling levels, but then there's like these towers that spin, and it's in mode 7, and you got to try and like jump like while it's moving to get to the next bit to keep going up,
Mhm.
stuff like that. So it's absolutely gorgeous. It has some real technical oomph to it as well.
Mhm.
But yeah, and I would say it's definitely one of my absolute favorite Super Nintendo games, like in my top 10 Super Nintendo
Really?
games.
Wow.
But
Okay.
it's not ever spoken about really. But it is a really fantastic game. But yeah, there are other magic power-ups and things and like that you can get during the game. So it's not
Yeah.
just you punching and kicking. So there are more magic attacks and things like that you can do with the shoulder buttons, and yeah, it's just absolutely brilliant. But the only thing I don't like is instant death
Hmm.
spikes.
Hmm.
I hate that in games. Like, as soon as you hit a
Yeah.
spike, it's game over. It's like, oh my
Yeah.
god, every game, and this has that,
You
which
lose all your
really annoys
weapons and go back to the start of the level.
me. Yeah, it's like fuck you.
Yeah.
I do not want
Yeah.
that. But yeah, that to me is an absolute gem of a Super
Mm.
Nintendo game that just
It,
no one really speaks about, and it had a really good Super Play cover as well back in the day.
yeah.
From
Yeah.
Will Overton. Yeah, really,
Excellent.
really cool game.
I looked at screenshots of it, obviously, when we talked about it, and it looks tremendous. It looks like an arcade game. I think
Yeah,
it came out like 94, early
yeah, it's
94.
quite late, really.
Yeah, and it definitely benefits from all the knowledge and technical ability that you get when the system has been out for 4 or 5 years.
Yeah,
Yes, it does look tremendous.
yeah. Like I said, it is a real showcase of the Super Nintendo in full flow.
Mhm. When you were talking about the towers, do
Yeah,
the towers rotate in a style similar to Nebulous? You know, the platformer where you're climbing up the levels and the tower
yeah.
rotates left
No,
and
they're
right?
a lot quicker than that.
Right. Okay.
But they're using the Mode 7 to do that
To
scaling.
fake it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Excellent. Very clever.
and there's also some flying levels as well, which are in Mode 7.
Nice.
Yeah, it's really, really good.
Yeah.
Do you know
Cool.
what? Nintendo could have licensed it as a Kid Icarus game.
Ah, yeah. Yeah, I can see that. I can
Yeah.
absolutely understand that.
Because I remember playing it as a kid, well, not as a kid, as a teenager, but thinking "God, this could be Kid Icarus because it's got the
Mhm.
same sort of ancient Greek motif to it as well. So yeah,
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, awesome
That
game.
that is definitely one I want to play. So what I do like about these kind of conversations with you, Chris, is I obviously am from a very import heavy Mega Drive PC Engine background, and so uncovering new games to go and play on the Super Nintendo it's a joy. It's really like it's nice to do. There's
Yeah,
so
because
many
I think
games I've never played.
there are loads of good Super Nintendo games that people don't talk about because they weren't popular.
Yeah, they were cool.
Yeah, and I've got a few more on here that I'll talk about that
Mhm.
are actually good, that I actually really like. So what have you got next,
Hey,
Jason?
the next one is I'm going to bundle two games together because they were both by Naxat Soft on the PC Engine as imports. The first one was in 1990, the second one was in 1991. The first one is called W Ring on the PC Engine. It's a side scrolling shoot 'em up, um, very Gradius in look and feel. The W Ring is an attachment that sort of goes on the front of your ship, and as you pick up different weapons. This rotating ring, obviously, the weapons attached to it, and they fire off. And in your standard sort of side-scrolling weaponry affair, there's nothing groundbreaking in W Ring. It doesn't have 10 layers of scrolling parallax or anything, but
Yeah.
it's a pretty competent, enjoyable shoot 'em up. So when you have played all the Gunhead, Final Soldier, etc., Gradius, the lot, Parodius, whatever it may be, it's down at the bottom of the pile, but it will provide a couple of hours of good entertainment. Maybe a little easy. Just put it straight on normal. Don't go on anything less than that, and you'll get some fun out of it. It's Naxat Soft of, I think, are quite a low key, good output producer of shoot 'em up games. So obviously their most famous one is Rekka on the
Which
Famicom,
is
which gets
brilliant.
all the plaudits. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
tremendous game. Um, but they've got quite a bit of other titles that need investigating. So the second one I'm going to mention, similar to W Ring, is another side-scrolling shoot 'em up called Koryun the Child Dragon, released by Naxat Soft again in 1991, a year later than W Ring. And after playing these two one after the other, they play very similar. The score in the top left-hand side of the screen is like the same size, using the same kind of sprite tile, but just a differently designed thing. And are they the same programmers who did them both? I don't know. I haven't been such a geek and gone to find them. I was too busy playing the games. But they don't. They both feel similar. Whereas the Koryun Child Dragon, as the Child Dragon name implies, it's a cuddly dragon that's flying through the air shooting fireballs at stuff, versus W Ring, the spaceship. So there's something for everyone there. If you like spaceships, W Ring. If you like dragons, Koryun. Both really enjoyable. Koryun obviously caught the eye more because it's cute and it stands out a bit. A lot like the PC Engine library titles, there's quite a lot of cutesy games that are pretty awesome. But Koryun does fetch a fair penny now if you wanted to try and
I
pick that
can
up on
imagine.
import. It's a sought after title. W Ring still will get some money, but it's not in the same realm as Koryun by any stretch of the imagination.
Yeah, I've never heard of W Ring until you mentioned
Mhm.
it.
Yeah,
I've been looking at stuff and it does look really cool, so I'm going to probably download that as well.
yeah. It's
But that-
decent and it's overlooked. It doesn't do anything wrong, but it doesn't do anything amazing. Do you know what I mean?
yeah. No, I mean that does sound really cool. And like I said, I do like a good shooter,
Mhm.
even one that's mildly good.
Yeah, yeah. The tunes are good. I always thought the naivety was that if it doesn't have parallax scrolling, it's not very good, is it? Nice things to look at. But when you're in the middle of the game playing at everything,
Yeah,
dodging bullets and stuff, forget about it. Just enjoy the ride.
yeah. I'll probably move on then to a shooter as well, but I'm going to go for Biometal, which is a horizontal shooter from the
Mhm.
developer Athena, published in the West by Activision, of all people. This to me, have you managed to play this since I?
I haven't. Yeah, no.
No. So I liked this back in the day. This I think came out in like 93, 94 or something like that over here.
Hmm.
And I remember thinking, because I had Thunder Force 2, 3 and 4 on the
Three,
Mega Drive at
probably.
my
Yeah, yeah.
dad's, and I really enjoyed those. And I wanted something like that on the Super Nintendo because there's only a few levels in Axelay that are like that, and then you've got really slow down, heavy Gradius 3 and Super R-Type at
Hmm.
this point. And then I saw Biometal in the local Ritz video, is what it was. And
Yep.
yeah, I rented it for the weekend and ended up buying it off him because I was the only person who rented it. So I said to the guy behind the counter, I was like, "Can I just buy this? Because I'm just going to keep renting it." He was like, "Yeah, okay." And I bought it for like 30 quid, I think. So, which wasn't too bad. And yeah, it's a really cool horizontal shooter. It's got so the fun thing is in the European version, there is a remix of 4 songs from 2 Unlimited.
No way.
Yeah, from their album Get Ready. 4 of the songs
Is
are
that like
remixed.
officially licensed stuff, or is it someone just sat in the bedroom and
I
written
don't
all
know if it's
over it?
like with children in Garou Mark of the Wolves.
Yeah,
I I don't,
yeah.
because that's not licensed, and that's clearly Robert Miles's children playing on Rock Stage. But this is like that as well. where you're listening to it and you're, oh my god, that's 2 Unlimited. And I remember when I first heard it, I was like, God, I wonder how they got away with that. But yeah, they're in there, and it's that's by the by. If you play the Japanese version actually has like a really good soundtrack, like an original soundtrack, and it's absolutely banging. But it's in terms of gameplay, though, I would say it's very close to the Thunder Force series, but without, you've got the different layers in Thunder Force of where you can go. This one doesn't have that; it's all on one screen, but it manages to hold up really well on the Super Nintendo with very, very little slowdown. And you've got some big ass enemies on this as well.
That's impressive for the Super Nintendo because it's not the forte at all, is
No,
it? Side-scrolling
no.
shooters.
Like, I think this is like technically it's a really good showcase of the Super Nintendo for a horizontal shooter. But for some reason, it didn't score very well
Right.
when it was released. Like, it's got really average scores, and I'm not sure if that's really fair. I mean, I think in Super Play they gave it like 70 or something, and then Total gave it 80, so that's quite good. But then I think it's more the American publications that have given it lower scores.
Yeah. I mean, when it came out in Japan, it was what, 1993, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
with a North American version maybe a little later. By that point, we'd had a lot of shoot 'em ups on better machines, if you will, the
Yeah.
Mega Drive and the PC Engine. It might just have been that exhaustion and no real love for playing another shoot 'em up at that time. So whilst it delivered a good experience, it was just too late.
Yeah. Yeah. Probably. And
Hmm.
one thing I only realised recently as well from this weekend of playing it, when I played the European version, because I wanted to see what. No, I didn't. I played the American version, not the European version. Was that the characters in it are called Kid Ray and Anita, which are the 2 people from 2 Unlimited as
So it's
well.
not an accident at all, is it?
So yeah, so clearly whoever localized this at Activision was heavily into 2 Unlimited at the time,
Tremendous. Yeah.
which is so
Highly
funny.
fun.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm not even sure if it is licensed though, because I did look it up online. I can't find anything that says it was licensed.
That's incredible. Get away with
Because
murder back then, couldn't you?
no, it's absolutely mad. But it is really cool. I really like this game. I think it's fantastic, but completely overlooked.
Yeah, as a shoot 'em up fan, I will give it a play. And I know when we talked, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I'd love to try that out," because we were trading games that we were going to talk about. I
Yeah.
was like, "I'll do this one, you do that one," and I thought I'll write all these ones down from Chris, and I'll have a go and play them. I haven't had time. I've been playing
I
about
haven't
20,
with your
30
ones
games on
either.
my
I've
own
written
stuff.
down.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wrote down your ones and I
Best
haven't
will
had
in the
time
world.
either. Yeah.
But this one, it's a shoot 'em up, so I am really interested.
Cool. What have we got next, Jake?
I'm going to absolutely do a crazy turn here, and I'm going to go for a hidden gem. Going back to the game I've been playing recently quite a lot, going medieval. I'm going to pull out Populous, which I had a thing for Populous way back when it was out on the Mega Drive because I'd never played the Amiga version, PC version, or whatever it was. It came to the Mega Drive, and I think I traded some stuff in and had a go, and I got really addicted to it. The terraforming, getting everything level, build it a level up so you can flood your enemy and all that kind of stuff. Very
Yeah.
enjoyable. Kept a big book with all the names of the levels to go on, and so you entered them and you could jump straight back to the level you were playing. I found the control system great on the pad because I was so used to playing with a pad. It didn't stop me playing Populous and enjoying it. If you didn't play Populous back in the day and you're looking for something to play with that sim sort of world building management type of vibe to it, Populous is a really good one to go back and look at. Um,
Yeah. I
it's
still really like the PlayStation version.
it's unsexy in a way for the 16-bit stuff,
Yeah.
but there's a lot of game in there. There's a lot of strategy, and you can while away a couple of hours playing that easily.
Yeah. No, I like I say, I played it a lot on PlayStation Populous.
Mm,
And yeah, I do love the console version.
yeah.
But the PlayStation one has like load times. So
Yeah,
yeah.
when I was falling in love with it all over again last year, I bought Super Nintendo versions of Populous 1 and 2, and I bought Populous on GOG and Steam because it was like £1.69 or something. I was like, yeah, I'll just get it on every platform so I can play it. And I wanted to love the PC version with the mouse and the keyboard and all that, and I just couldn't get to grips with it. And the music was crap compared to the Mega Drive version. I even played on an emulator the X68K version on the
Oh yeah.
shop. That just didn't feel good either. Um, I did prefer the pace and the feel of the Mega Drive.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I like I say with is it Megalomania, I really liked on the Mega
Mhm.
Drive as well as on the Amiga. But I did
Oh
prefer
yeah.
the sound coming out of the Mega Drive version of that one.
Do you know what? I still haven't played Megalomania, so that could be a nice follow-up to
Oh,
Populous.
definitely
Give that a go.
from Populous, definitely a
Oh
good
yeah.
follow-up to play on that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is what I love. Finding new stuff to go and play that's been out there for 30 years and I've just not touched it.
Oh man, yeah, yeah. The same with some of these game. This next game for me, which I did play briefly on the Super Famicom at a friend's house in
Mhm.
would have been 97, 98, something like that. It's a Thai
Oh
boy
yeah.
called Jack, and he had a Super Famicom. He didn't have a Super Nintendo, so um,
Oh yeah. Cool.
and when I went over, I was like, "Oh, cool, you got a Super Famicom." And he was surprised that I knew what it was. And I was like, dude, it's like 1997 or 98, whatever it is. I know what Super Famicom is. And yeah, and then I was looking for his games, and I saw this one with this like really weird this really weird box art, and
Mhm.
I was like, well, what's this? And because it didn't have an English name on it, right? So I was like, oh, that's Iron Commando. So I thought, oh, okay, this what is it? And he was like, oh, it's like a scrolling beat 'em up. I was like, okay, cool, should we play it? Because it's two player. And yeah, so we sat and played that for a bit, and I came away thinking that it was really boring back then. And
Mm.
then I thought about it over this weekend and played it, and it's not. I think it's actually a really good side-scrolling fighting game,
Oh yeah.
like belt scroller. It's got big, chunky characters, sort of like more akin to Street Race 2 style, that
Yes.
sort of
Yeah.
bigger style character. Um, but it's got absolutely brilliant, like, how can I say? So when you have when you got lights, like street lights and stuff like that. So the art of
Mhm.
their street lights and things like that are absolutely beautiful, and the way that the color dances off of the character when it's under it as well is
Cool.
beautiful.
Yeah.
But then at the end of the first level, and I've only got to the end of the second level, is the furthest I've ever got because it's really hard at that point. This car pulls up. It's like an old style gangster car,
Yeah. Like
and
Bugsy
it's
Malone
got the
style. Yeah.
headlights on, and the
Oh.
headlights are shining, and it looks absolutely beautiful, like absolutely stunning, and it's just brilliant. Such a lovely looking game, and there's like a real weight to everything in the game as well. So like
Mm.
when you're hitting the car, because you've got to beat up the car, because obviously
Of
that's what
course. Yeah.
you do. Like there is a real weight to you hitting the car. Like in Street Fighter 2 when you're beating up the car, it feels
Yes.
like you're beating up a car, even though there's no
Yeah.
feedback at
It,
all,
it
right?
it clunks and it moves at the right. Yeah. When you
Yeah.
hit it, that's so good.
And this car does that as well. And then the same thing with all the characters in the game. When you're hitting them, that you feel like you're hitting them. It has
Mm.
that tactile feel to it. So it's really cool. I really like it. It's nice stocky graphics and stuff. But it did get a re-release on cartridge in 2017.
Really. That
Yeah, and
recent.
then a
Wow.
PC release as well in 2016,
Was
which
that
is
on
insane.
Steam?
I don't know.
Well, just PC all over. Yeah.
Yeah,
That'd be interesting. I'd definitely check it out because I love good pixel art. And as you said, the characters are really chunkily designed. And the impact, it feels like you're actually hitting something rather than floating, not making contact. You get a good vibe out of that, don't you?
yeah. Yeah, and it has really good music as well. And apparently, you can get it on the Evercade as part of a Pico collection.
Oh, sweet.
So I might try and track down that collection actually, because I've
Yeah.
can play that on my
If
Evercade.
you've just heard a keyboard clacking, that's me opening a new tab to go and look for it.
But yeah, it's a real, like I say, I love this now. After playing it this weekend, I'm like, this is absolutely brilliant. But yeah, all I can see for reviews at the time was that Famitsu gave it a 20 out of 40.
Eesh,
That's it. But I think it's pretty good.
tough.
I really do.
Mm. Nice, very nice. Next for me, ooh, which shoot 'em up do I do? No, I'll do a shoot up, then I'll go for something else, then back to shoot 'em ups. I'm sorry, I'm a bit like one track minded. However, I'll do two in one. Let's do a double hit. It's Naxat Soft again. PC Engine CD-ROMs, part of the Summer Carnival series where we mentioned Rekka before. The first one, Alza was Alza I've said the word dick on a podcast. Yay! Alza was released at the same time as Rekka as part of the Summer Carnival on the PC Engine CD, but because it wasn't as technically amazing, it didn't get any sort of the limelight or the recognition, I suppose, that Rekka, rightly so, gets. And again, it's another one of those shoot 'em ups that doesn't do anything wrong. Um, it's very similar to the Soldier series by Hudson Soft on the PC Engine
Oh
for
yeah,
scrolling shmups. So if you like those type of games,
I do.
Alza is definitely worth a checking out. It's on CD-ROM, so you get all the cutscenes and the voice acting and the music and everything. Um, I absolutely love the PC Engine intros that they do on the games. That can be, a good 3-4 minutes long in some of them. It's that very flat pixel art, so you're not getting all the shading and stuff that you might get on a 16-bit machine. The PC Engine revels in just those flat, solid colors in its artwork, so it feels very manga. But the cuts are great. There's nice crop, tight angles of someone's eye with computer screens bouncing off the lenses and everything. Really interesting sort of intros, and I haven't got a clue what they're saying, but I'll quite happily listen to it. I'm like, yeah, yeah, oh, cool. We're going to battle. Amazing. Who are we killing this time? Alzadik was out the year before Nexa, NEXZR. That's the second one, Summer Carnival 93.
Yeah.
Nexa made me laugh straight away because it's opens up and obviously it's all in Japanese hiragana, katakana, and kanji text, so I couldn't read most of it. And it does say in type that you can read. So the battle obviously was back in AD 2012. I'm like, fucking hell, I must have missed that 14 years ago. It's all in space and lasers going off and everything. It's like, all right. And then it fast forwards to AD 2015. But I mean, back in like 89, 92, sorry, that would 23 years in the future or something. Wow, they got that so wrong. No space lasers and spaceships and stuff. But both games are really solid vertical shoot 'em ups. There is a version of Nexa as the Nexa Special, which has got the caravan modes used in competitions, much like Rekka and everything. The imports are a bit pricey. If you're a collector, great, go for them. If you're a collector, you've probably got them. These aren't exactly hidden gems for you. If you're a smart player, you'll enjoy an afternoon with it. It's not particularly ground-shakingly amazing. I think some of the music I can't remember which one. I think it's Nexa. It's a bit like jazz lounge kind of music. It's not like hair metal rock that I would kind of expect on a vertical shooter. It doesn't really set the pace to it. Um, I think the Alzadik out the first one from Summer Carnival '92 is slightly better. I don't know. Just I had a little more enjoyment with that one when I was playing them over the last couple of days. Both good games, both by Naxat Soft. They were again pretty steady away. Naxat Soft. Everything they did was fairly good. Rekka obviously being the standout one, but that was because I think Naxat Soft published that, and it was developed by a company or a person who went by the name of Kid, KID, capital letters. And he was the standout sort of technical genius behind Rekka.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that sounds really cool. I'm really, I'm gonna. Sorry, I was just looking that up while you're talking there as well. So for me, I've gone for a really late Super Nintendo / Super Famicom game here for my next one. This is Arkanoid Do It Again, as in Do, from like Homer. And the reason I've chosen this is because no one would have played this. It came out in like November 1997.
Fucking hell, with all our PlayStations by then.
Yeah, so January 97 in Japan, and then the rest of the world got it in November. But it does have the mouse support, so you
Wow.
can use the Super Nintendo mouse, which
That-
actually works so much better than using the D-pad for
It
Arkanoid.
feels like a common sense maneuver, doesn't it? Really?
Yeah,
That's great.
but the cool thing with this one is it's got an absolutely incredible soundtrack, like the best Arkanoid soundtrack. It's just absolutely brilliant. And I mean, Arkanoid is really hard to fuck up. Arkanoid,
Yeah.
right?
It's a pretty
It,
simple concept, isn't it?
it is. But this one is really good. It's got absolutely brilliant music. Some of the back, because with Arkanoid, it's quite a basic looking game, right? But
Yes.
on the Super Nintendo, it's got these beautiful sprite backgrounds for the different
Mm.
levels that you're on, and it feels very futuristic for the time. It's gorgeous, it's really good. And I think Nintendo published this in the West.
Oh, right. They had a lot of belief in it then.
Yeah, I
Or
mean,
was
it's
nobody else?
also,
Or was nobody else publishing games in 1997 for the Super
this is the
Nintendo?
thing. I reckon that's probably why it was. It's because
Yeah.
like no one else was doing it. You had a game that also used the Super NES mouse, which
Sell
nothing
the
else
last
used really.
remaining few units. Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, we need to get these mice gone as well, these mouse gone as well. Let's
Yep.
let's release Arkanoid, do it again. And yeah, and the fact it kept the same name as well, it's hilarious. Which
It does. I mean, when you played this first time, and you played this again recently, obviously,
yeah, yeah,
to
yeah,
talk
yeah.
about this here, it was as good as you remember it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it's really
Yeah.
good. It's a fast Arkanoid game,
Yeah.
but I only played it again with the D-pad, and I didn't like it as much with the D-pad. That's the thing.
I gotcha. Yeah.
So yeah, if you're going to play it on a PC emulator if you can,
And get your
because I
mouse
was playing this
connected.
on
Yeah.
my SNES Mini with the SNES D-pad, like the proper SNES D-pad, and I was just like, oh my god, this isn't as good as I remember. So then I
Mm.
booted it up on a SNES emulator and played it with a mouse, and you're like, haha, this is really good.
Yeah. That's where it starts to shine.
Yeah, like as long as you use the mouse, it's absolutely brilliant. But I mean, it's still good with the D-pad. It's still like one of the better home conversions of Arkanoid.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, obviously nothing will be as good as Arkanoid DS though. That's incredible.
With the pen stylus for
No,
control.
you
Oh.
can't. You need to have a DS Lite, and you get
Oh,
a
I
little
know what
plug.
you mean. Sorry. The controller, the shuttle controller. Yes.
Yeah, that plugs into the GBA slot.
God damn it, that's such a good idea. Yeah.
It's so good, and you can use it for Space Invaders Extreme as well.
Another Tato game. Mm.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. So yeah, that's
That's cool.
Arkanoid. Do it again. Just I wouldn't try and track down a Super Nintendo copy because I'd imagine that would be quite expensive considering it's such a late release.
Mm. There'll be
Um,
low run numbers for late releases. A lot of the
yeah,
Mega Drive stuff is just
definitely.
stupidly expensive because it was such low run numbers.
Yeah, I mean, I only picked it up back in the day because I saw Arkanoid and I was like, I don't remember Arkanoid. Like, I saw it in the shop shelf in Electronics Boutique in Cambridge. And I was like, I
Mm.
don't remember Arkanoid coming out on Super Nintendo. And then I looked at the back of the box and it said, the registered trademark thing, 1997. I was like, what the fuck? That's not. That's
What?
now.
Yeah.
So
Have I
yeah,
slipped
I
through a
had to buy
time
it.
vortex or something? What's going on here?
Yeah, I was like, well, I'm gonna have to buy this because I fucking love Arkanoid. So yeah, and I played it with the D-pad for a bit, and then it was only I was never looked at the instruction manual, and then I looked at the instruction manual and it told you it had Super NES mouse support, and I was like, oh, brilliant! Let's try and find that now. But
Get
yeah,
your copy of Mario Paint out or whatever.
that's what I had to go look for. It's like, shit, where have I left Mario Paint? Because I've kept that mouse in the same box. But yeah, Arkanoid Do It Again, absolutely brilliant Arkanoid game.
Smash in. So my next one, I am going for another arcade conversion, a run and gun. Um, only came out on the Mega Drive in terms of consoles, but was on the home computers in Europe. Midnight Resistance.
Oh, I love that game.
Originally in the arcade machine, it had the joystick for left down, up and right, and a
Yeah.
dial that you spin to aim your weapon and shoot people off different ledges and up and down, etc. So it would turn the gun like the hand of a clock as you spun the controller jog dial. Another one that would work with the DOE controller, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
The Mega Drive version was an exceptionally good conversion, and the music is tremendous. I know I use that word a lot, but having played a lot of games over the years, that sometimes certain games the music just sticks with you, doesn't it? It's it's
Yeah.
part of what makes the game so good. It's really just a great conversion. It feels like an arcade game. It's converted so well. Data East published it on the home computer versions. Obviously, it was all handled by Ocean, different set of programmers, and even again different games. So the ZX Spectrum version done by Jim Bagley was an amazing achievement back, and it redefined how it looked. Didn't sort of try and copy the arcade machine. It worked within the boundaries of the Specky. But the difference between sort of the arcade and the Mega Drive, the words arcade perfect were bandied around quite a lot. And when we'd seen Midnight Resistance, we're like, oh my god, it's arcade perfect, it's so cool. The premise is main character is Johnny Ford, who's a member of the operative group who shuts down drug cartels in South America. After completing his last mission, Johnny returned home only to find it in shambles and sees a note in the King Crimson kidnapped his entire family. And off you go, shooting everything.
You could get
But
voiceover work for
thank
trailers.
yeah, I hope so. The adaptation to the 3-button Mega Drive pad was quite well done. So you kind of point in a direction and press a button, and you could lock in that direction. So you could continue to run, climb, move around with the gun firing in a direction, because obviously you didn't have that spinning controller to control your pointing. So whilst it did lose that novelty, it still felt really good. And as a kid, if you hadn't played it in the arcade machine, in the arcades, or hadn't seen the arcade machine, you wouldn't really know. So
Yeah,
it
that's
was
why
what
I
it was.
really liked it on the Mega Drive when I played it.
Mm,
And for a while, because of how good it looked on the Mega Drive, I assumed it was a Sega game.
yeah, yeah. I know what you
As a
mean there,
kid.
because it's really detailed. It moves fantastically.
Yeah,
Lots of
and like I
sprites and
say, the
stuff moving around.
soundtrack's incredible as well.
Mm,
I just assumed it was a first-party game when I was a kid.
yeah, yeah. I still go back to that and play it. The vibe is impeccable.
It is really, really cool. It is. Yeah, so my next one, I'm gone for something you can actually play on your Nintendo Switch, and that's Uncharted Waters: New Horizons, which is a RPG slash like trading game from Koei. Have you ever played
I
this one?
have I have never played it, and when we talked about this, I was like, "Ooh, I'm quite excited for this." I know the Koei games that were on the 16-bit machines, like Romance of the Three Kingdoms and stuff, and the
Yeah.
strategy style to them. And I was thinking it'd be a bit more like that, but it's not.
So
As you
it's
said, it's an RPG style.
so when I say RPG, so you do your exploration and your combat on ship,
Hmm.
and then there's like story portions where there's some like single panel cutscene, with like two characters on screen and then text. And you have like trading between the different pirates. There's like 6 characters in the game, and you choose whichever one you want, and each character has a different story branch and everything.
Hmm.
So it's
Hmm.
a completely different game if you want to play it with any of the different characters.
Yeah.
But it's absolutely engaging because it's got the trading element as well. So think sort of what game would be the best one to sort of describe it's trading as? I can't think of another game actually that does the trading like this. But yeah,
So
so you're trading.
describe the trading. What do you do with it? What do you have to trade up to get a ship or
Well,
people, or
yeah, so
to
you get
command a ship?
people, ships, and stuff like that, and it's all about like building up, like getting your wealth up, and you as a bigger pirate.
Yeah.
So it's to make you the better pirate and the more feared or the more respected. and stuff like that. So everyone has their own way of doing everything.
Yeah.
So the trading isn't the same that you would do if you were one of the other characters. It would be very different because you have
I
different
see.
ambitions as that character and stuff. But you can play it on Switch, which I didn't realize until like today
All
when I
right.
looked at the Super Nintendo app, because I thought, oh, was Jalico Run on this? Because I need to play that. And then I saw that Uncharted Wars on there, so I was like, oh, cool, I'll play it on here instead. And yeah,
Amazing.
oh, God, it's
It
actually good.
did make me laugh because this is, I think, is it the only one I played besides Hook of the ones we talked about? I did play this. I thought it was shit.
Ah, cheeky. You're
But
hating my pirate themed games.
I think it was the Uncharted Waters, not the New Horizons. I don't know what the difference is between them, but I was like, oh, there's a lot of dialogue here. There's a lot of this. There's a lot of that. And
There is it is a
yeah,
series of games,
yeah.
Uncharted Waters,
And
but
I
New
jumped into my
Horizons,
ship.
yeah.
Sorry, I jumped in my ship, set sail, and it went across the screen to the left for about 8, 9, 10 flips of the screen, and then started to go upwards. And then I ran out of water. Everyone got scurvy, and I died. Quite an accurate portrayal of my adventures at sea, I think.
That does sound like you're playing the right game, but it's
Yeah.
there are there are ports and things like that you stop at, and then
hmm
and then you can come across enemy ship. You do come across enemy ships, and then that's where the combat takes place. And
Yeah. I know
it
I
is
was rushing to get through it, so I do have to
yeah
go back to it and try it properly. But it made me laugh because I'm like, what the fuck is going on here?
yeah. You do need to give it a bit of time to get its teeth into you. Like I say, it's an RPG, so they are a slow burn.
Yeah, yeah. That's a funny thing with the time that you spend on a game. Because remember being a kid, when you pay a lot of money for a game, you'd spend days on end playing the same game and rinse every bit of value out of it. Whereas
Yeah.
the world moves on so quickly right now, everything's changing minute by minute, and you're like, okay, I'm going to give this game 10 minutes. If it doesn't grab you, it's a bit like, well, I give it an effort. It's not
Yeah, you
sticking.
see,
I'll
I
move
didn't
on to
like
something
Uncharted
else.
Waters when I was a kid
Mm,
because I
hmm
bought it off of the reviews it got, and
Yeah,
then when I played it, I was like, "Well, this is shit." But it was only as an adult that I played it, and when it came out on the Virtual Console on the Wii was
yeah.
when I played it again because I had some excess points. And I thought I'll give it a go, and then I'm glad I did because I really enjoyed it. But yeah, I had
I've
to.
not been put off by it because I do remember when many years ago we did a podcast about the Game Boy Advance, and you talked about Fire Emblem, and I'd never played Fire Emblem. It was Sacred Stones, and you were like, "Oh, you've got to try it. It's tremendous," and give it a good rundown. I was like, "Yep, I'll go and play that," and that set me off on a complete love of the entire Fire Emblem series. So I'm not going to diss this and not play it. I will definitely get my Switch out and play it on the Super Nintendo
Yeah,
Virtual Console there.
this isn't as good as Sacred Stones. I'll just say
No,
that.
I'm glad you've clarified that because I'd feel really bad. But we'll see how far I get. Check in with me in 6 months' time, and I'll tell you I haven't even looked at it.
Have you got any more, Jake?
Oh yeah. Let's see. I have one, two, three, four, three-ish, maybe. How about you? How many have you
I've
clocking in?
got three. Yeah,
Should we do that then? Last three,
yeah, yeah.
and it's nearly your ordeal is nearly over.
Okay, I'm going
um,
to cut one of my license games out to
yeah.
put another one in. Yeah,
Oh, last minute shuffle. Better be good.
last minute shuffle. Yeah,
Um, so I'm going to go another side scroller, shoot 'em up on the PC Engine. It is a game called Hana Takadaka, which I'm
that's not
pretty
real.
sure a
That's
lot of
just a
people.
noise.
It's Hana Takadaka. I'm pretty
It's
sure a lot of people will
onomatopoeia. You
never have
know it.
heard or played this. The biggest reason why you probably won't have played it is there is very little English in the game, and I know it's only a shoot 'em up. It's set in sort of the not I wouldn't say feudal Japan in Japanese history and folklore, and it's quite enshrouded in that. So the main character Hana Takadaka is basically "do your best, Mister Long-Nosed Goblin" type of phrase. So you play a Tengu with the red face with the long red nose and stuff. You play a Tengu, you fly because he holds some sort of little branches or something. He's quite rotund and a shock of blonde hair, and you side scrolling shoot 'em up, nice bright colours. fairly slow pace. It feels a little bit like Parodius in terms of the brightness and the colours and everything of it, and it's quite a slowish pace, so you can get your head around what's happening quite quickly. There's lots of coloured items to pick up, and one of the things you pick up, which looks like a scroll, is your power up. And the way the power up works is that you increase in size. So you can pick up one or two of these, and you grow bigger, like 3 steps from your normal to one size bigger, and then bigger again. But there's a risk reward element to this. Is you pick up an item, you get bigger. You can absorb one bullet hit, and then you go back to your other size. So if you go up to the third size, you're bigger, so you're probably going to get hit by bullets more easily. So, do you stay as a smaller one and then risk dying on one bullet hit? Do you collect these scrolls and go up to the biggest size and then have trouble getting around and avoiding bullets? Or, yeah, it's up to you how you want to play it. I usually go and collect every scroll I can find to stay large to absorb the bullets and go through the sections.
Oh, that sounds
It's
cool. Though.
drenched, yeah, it's drenched in that Japanese sort of folklore style. There's kanji characters everywhere, so you're not entirely sure what you're doing, but it's an
Yeah.
enjoyable game. The music's what you'd expect from that period of styling, so you've got the kind of woodblock sounds and bits going on. I think it's a really nice game. The cover's ace. It's really bright, sort of. I wouldn't say manga style, but it's like a cartoony style cover to the game. Um, worth having a play. I would probably rate it higher than the W Ring, maybe on the same level as Core Yun. But it feels more like Core Yun, of course, because it's that sort of nice, colourful, bright, attractive graphics rather than spaceships and black backgrounds and things like that.
Cool. Yeah, I
So
really like the sound of
that name one more time, Hana Takadaka.
Yeah, you see, I find it hard to believe you when you just make noise. So I've gone for an arcade conversion on the Super Famicom, which is Undercover Cops.
Oh, right.
This is IREM, and it's a really fun belt scroller. So you've got 3 different characters in this one. So you've got Zan Takahara, who's a karate master. So he's way more nimble and does a lot more like he's more kicks than punches. You've got Matt Gables, who's like the sort of former American like football player. So he's like powerful but slow, and he's more punches and grabs. And then you've got Rosa. I can't pronounce her surname, but she's a British vigilante who's like she's really good. So she's fast, but she's got use of both legs and arms for her combat. So she's the most versatile player. She's like the one you should pick.
When you say legs and arms, you mean punches and kicks?
Punches and kicks. Thank you. Yeah. I could not
use my legs, and I can use my arms.
Yeah. But yeah, she's the best player to play as. Like,
nice.
and I think if you want to master the game, I think you need to play as Zan. But then if you just want to like brute force, you play as Matt. So each player is different, which is cool because some of the games, some sides like these sort of belt scrollers don't really have much difference between characters.
Yeah, they do seem very similar in times.
Yeah, but this is really cool. It does remind me a lot of Final Fight more than
I can
any
see
of
that
the
from
other
looking at a
games.
couple of screenshots. Yeah,
it does look like it as well. Yeah. But I mean, in terms of gameplay as well, it's really close to that. I really like it. Like I say, it never came out over here until 2021.
Pardon?
On the Super Nintendo as
Really?
cartridge
Wow.
release. Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. And I don't
That's
the arcade machine never came to Europe either. So I've never played the arcade game. I've only played this one. And I played this on import many, many, many years ago. When I saw it in a local import game shop. And I was like, oh, this looks cool. And it's IREM. I like IREM. And played it. I was like, this is really cool. And yeah, I was just surprised that I had never seen anyone else ever talk about this game. Like, I've never seen it on any collections of IREMs or anything. So
that's a real hidden gem.
yeah, really, really cool. Like I say, belt scroller. But yeah, and again, there's the reviews for it were sort of okay as well at the time, but yeah, but I think it's something that does hold up quite well because of its game, like especially now with a lot more games are being made as side-scrolling fighters.
Yeah,
Again,
revisiting the whole sort of genre, isn't it? It
yeah,
looks great. The pixel art on it is fantastic.
it's
I'm just watching
absolutely
a YouTube
beautiful.
video of it.
And the Super Nintendo version doesn't look too far off the arcade version either. Like they're
Wow.
both very, very comparable. But yeah, I absolutely love this game. I think I mean, it is a real hidden gem. And ironically, it's called Undercover Cops. So, but yeah,
It's
it's really
kept on
cool.
the DL there, hasn't it? Yeah, worth
Has
checking out that
definitely,
by the look of it.
yeah. But it's one that I would thoroughly recommend people going out and trying to see what it's like. Plus, there's a PAL and American ROM out there now that you can get. So, not that it needs it
Yeah,
because it's a
yeah,
belt scroller. So,
yeah.
yeah. But yeah, really cool game.
Lovely, excellent. Okay, so my second to last one is a vertical shmup again on the Mega Drive. It's called Veritex by Asmic. Um, very unglamorous. Uh, I know this sounds bad because it sounds like I'm saying everything does it by the numbers and does it okay. It's a solid average shooter, but again, I really quite like it. It hits the right note for me. It's set in space. It's got great tunes playing away. It's not terribly difficult, so it's a bit of a sit back and enjoy the ride type of game.
Yeah,
You're not getting stressed out by it or anything, and yeah, it's just very enjoyable. I think it's ace.
yeah.
Um,
No,
d-
that's cool.
d- it's I don't think it got released anywhere outside of Japan. Uh, Headed by the air diver producer Toshiyuki Futamura, Veritex was created by most of the same team that previously worked on several projects on the Mega Drive. So it's the same bunch of guys doing something, um, worked together before. The graphics are tidy. As I said before, I like the music on it. There's some good tunes that are quite memorable and stick in your head. The weapon systems are your standard fare of seeker, spread, and stronger direct in front of you shmups. Good game. I'd recommend checking it out for sure.
Yeah, that sounds really cool. I'm also going to go with my last two are going to be vertical shooters, actually. So the
Oh,
first one I've gone for is the Super Famicom Raiden Densetsu,
oh yeah, yeah.
which is just a port of Raiden from the arcades, but Super Nintendo version of it. And there was a Mega Drive one as well. But I think that might have also been was it Raiden Trad?
Yes, yeah. That was a Mega Drive release.
Yeah. But yeah, so the this one I really really like. I think it's a fantastic um shooter. It's really beautiful to look at as well. I did try the Mega Drive version at the weekend, and
Mhm.
I'm not saying this out of any bias of any sort, but the Super Nintendo version is better, like to look at and to listen to.
Cool. I
Um,
am not here to argue for platform sort of favorites or anything. I like to play them all.
However, Super Raiden
Hmm.
on the PC Engine CD is much better than both.
Yeah, the PC Engine does have some big wins for the shmup stuff.
It really does. But yeah, I really like this one. And I saw that this one has been like so the original Raiden has been ported to like everything. So any version you want to play is probably going to be good.
Yeah,
But the
yeah.
Densetsu version that I was playing, I've just absolutely fell in love with it again, and I really like the Mega Drive version as well. But it's the
Mhm.
Super Nintendo one that I really do like.
Yeah, your preferred weapon of choice, as it were.
Yeah, yeah. But then I did play Super Raiden, and that was the best version of any Raiden that I've played.
Yeah, I've
On the
played a
PC
lot of
Engine.
Raiden over the years. I think the only one I haven't played is the Jaguar version.
Yeah, I've not played that one.
Haven't No, it was one of the first games I ever played on a PlayStation. I think Raiden.
Yeah, it wasn't it close to launch, right?
Yeah, yep, very close to launch. 'Cause I played at someone who worked at Psygnosis in the logistics department brought PlayStation home, and this is one of the games he had on it. And I can remember playing it, going, fucking hell, it's just riding. Do you know what I mean? I've played it on so much stuff, but
Yeah.
yeah, that was it'll be on like fridges and stuff. You'll be able to play riding on them soon enough, I'm sure.
Yeah, that's cool. Okay, so last one.
Last one for me is another one of my absolute favorites on the Mega Drive. I bought this on import back in the day when it came out. Based on the fact that it was done by Technosoft, and I adore everything Technosoft do on the Mega Drive. I think they're brilliant. Not my usual kind of game.
Yeah.
I'm pretty poor at these type of games, but I enjoy this one regardless. It's a pinball game, and it's called Devil Crash MD or Dragon's Fury in the UK,
Oh,
US
I love this game so much.
releases. I, I don't know if it's a hidden gem. I think if you don't like pinball, you wouldn't play it. It's so worth checking out. It's not super accurate as a pinball emulator goes. The ball does bounce around a little bit at some strange angles, and I don't play too many pinball. I don't play any fucking pinball games. What am I saying? So I can't I can't verify it's any good compared to anything else. But the music is uh, insanely good. Really rock tracks back in the gameplay, and it's set as you'd expect with the name Devil Crash in like a horror gothic sort of otherworldly type of experience where you
Yeah.
get to use your ball on the pinball table to smash coffins and defeat sort of aliens and I say aliens. There's only one alien-looking character and blow up vampires and bats and all kinds of destruction of gothic characters. It's great, really worth a play. And it also came out on PC Engine as well. The PC Engine version came out first as just Devil Crush. Um, both are fantastic. You've got camp who prefer the PC Engine version. You've got people who prefer the Mega Drive version, mostly because the sound of the Mega Drive is clearer and crisper. Although the Mega Drive does have like a voice effect when you hit one of the main characters, and it kind of cuts out all the music, which you kind of like, could you have got around that? Whereas the actual sound of hitting this character on the PC Engine is just like a boom noise rather than any kind of like sort of hit noise effect. But yeah, I absolutely love this game, and I can put this on emulated devices and just have a quick 5 minute go because I'm really not that good, so I die quite quickly. But I enjoy it, and the soundtrack's just sublime.
No, I love this game. My dad was a massive pinball video game fan.
Oh yeah,
He loved pinball machines as well, but
Mhm.
on the Mega Drive, he used to buy every pinball game that came out, except Sonic Spinball because he thought it looked crap. He was right.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, my dad would play this a lot, and I could never get near his scores.
Mm,
Like he
yeah.
was ridiculously good at pinball. But yeah, I love this game, and I really love the music. I think this was this and Psycho Pinball were my favorite two on the Mega Drive.
hmm Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant.
The artwork sold it for me when I saw it in the store straight away. It's
Oh yeah,
Technosoft, great name, artwork on the front cover, and then I got it home. And sometimes you, back in the day, you put the cartridge in and you'd be a little bit disappointed by what you ended up playing. Not at all with this. It was just it looked fantastic and it sounded amazing, and it was an enjoyable play as well. Because even though I'm shit at pinball, I mean like really dog shit at it. The ball will always go straight between the two flippers for me. I still go back and play it. Do you know what I mean? It
yeah.
is a good game.
I'm shit at pinball, but I love it. I can't
Mhm.
stop playing pinball when I play pinball. And yeah, I always like a new pinball game whenever I see one in a real pinball machine.
Yeah,
Whenever I see one, and I'm like, oh, I haven't seen that one before. I'm going to play that.
yeah. All the lights and all the sounds and buzzers and everything. So they are quite intriguing and enticing. I will say that. But
Yeah,
it's that kind of like I'm going to put a quid in or whatever and have not even 3 minutes worth of fun out of this bastard.
yeah.
So yeah, I'll stick to Devil Crash. Thanks.
So I'm going to actually go with one of the licensed games for my last one. I've changed my mind again.
Mhm.
Sorry. I know. So I'm going to go with Daffy Duck, the Martian. Oh God, what's the subtitle to it? It's like Marvin the Martian. Anyway, it's
Yeah.
but yes, Daffy Duck. It's from Sunsoft,
Oh yes,
and
they had some great
what's it?
tie-ins there.
It's the Marvin Missions. That's it. The Marvin Missions.
The Marvin missions.
But it's got just incredible animations and sprite work.
Yeah.
The game is really average. It does everything by the book and it does it competently. It's a
Hmm.
platform shooter,
Hmm.
and you're Daffy Duck. But the things it does well are the things like the animation, the music's lovely, the sprites are absolutely beautiful as well. Like Daffy Duck is like stunning looking sprite for this game, and the way
Yeah.
he moves and everything is just perfect. But yeah, I think it's a really good game. It's completely overlooked, and the reason it's overlooked is because it does everything just right.
Yeah.
And it's not remarkable in any way, bar its animations.
Yeah.
And
I think
it's
that's a theme for about 50% of this podcast, isn't it?
yeah,
Are they hidden gems? No, they're just really competent, but they don't get talked about. So it's
yeah,
worth playing them for a fresh game.
yeah, exactly. And I bet hardly anyone's played the Daffy Duck game because it's Daffy Duck in like 1994.
Yeah.
Like no one
Very
gave a
uncool.
shit. So
when PlayStation are doing all their adverts for clubbing and pills
yeah,
on the tongue and everything, Daffy Duck on the SNES. Okay.
yeah, he has a bill. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, but yeah, yeah, it's just fine, right? But it's a good game to play. Like if you want to play
Yeah.
something, if you really like a platform shooter, like well, where you jump and you shoot, and it's not like a
Hmm.
proper shooter, not like Contra that sort of thing, but
Yeah.
it's just a competent platform shooter. It's Sunsoft with beautiful animation. And yeah, I really do think it's a fun game, but like I say, it just is okay,
Hmm.
and I like it though. But I wouldn't ever go and say that it was like one of my favorite games on the Super Nintendo, like I have for like Skyblazer.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
this is beautiful to look at, and it's so like it's crafted so well
Mm.
in the
I'm
terms of
looking at
how
a
it
video watching Daffy
presentation.
move and everything. He looks the animations like he shoots the gun and lands on his bum and stuff.
Yeah,
That's really nice.
it's beautiful when he does that. Yeah, and when you fall down a pit as well, like
Hmm.
it's proper, like Looney Tunes style. I'm falling down a pit. You don't just
Yeah.
drop.
Ah!
Yeah,
Mm.
it's brilliant. Yeah, I really like this. But like I say, I wouldn't like it wouldn't win any awards for anything.
No. That's a nice
Yeah,
game
so
to
I
end
think
on. I
that
think
is
it's different from the lot.
yeah. So hopefully that answered your questions, James, and the person who didn't sign their name. And yeah, hopefully you'll be able to play some of those games and let us know what you thought of them.
Yeah, I'd be very interested to see if you picked any of these that we've talked about and had any joy from them.
Yeah, I genuinely do want to know if people do play these to see what and find out how they feel about them.
Yeah.
Because, like I
Or
say,
do they
a lot of
just
these
sit on the
games,
tube going, "Fucking hell, you two know nothing."
yeah,
That game's rubbish. Yeah.
Biometal is a
Yeah.
really shit
Ugh.
Thunderflip, you dick.
Yeah.
Unsubscribe. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Jake, do you want to take on the 20
Yes.
game video game challenge?
I don't think I've got a choice, do I?
Well, no,
Okay,
you don't.
let's go.
So, quick hint: it is a Mega Drive game. There we go, off the bat.
Right. Um, so remind me of the rules because I was terrible at this last time
So,
when we played with the other Chris Smith.
you can only ask me questions that I can give a yes or no answer to.
Yes.
Anytime, if you ask a question that you've already asked, I will then say you already asked me that. So you won't
Hmm.
have that. If I don't know the answer, you get that question
Hmm.
back as well.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Let's go then. Is it a platformer?
Yes.
That wasn't a strong yes. That was a yes. Okay. Um, was it developed by a UK software house?
No.
Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Is it a licensed film tie-in? Sorry, not just film. Is it a licensed um game?
No.
Okay. No, now I'm struggling. See, my fortes are shoot 'em ups, especially on the Mega Drive. Was it released in Japan?
Yes,
Okay.
but it was released last in Japan.
Okay. Um. Hmm. Hmm. Uh. Wait. Mega Drive cartridge, obviously. But did you say Mega Drive because you've given me the hint of the platform, so you wouldn't trick me with Sega CD or something, would you?
No, I would say, yeah.
Good man. Yeah. Not doing a dirty on me and costing me a question there.
No.
Is it an arcade tie-in?
No.
Okay. Original game released last in Japan. Platformer. 90% sort of a positive yes for a platformer, so it's a platform of some description. Do you play as a male or female? Oh, sorry. Are you a male protagonist?
Yes.
Okay. Oh. I struggle at these type of games. Let me think. What could I ask next? Was it released after 93?
No.
Okay, that I know that sounds like a specific kind of question, but it rules out in my head a bunch of other games. Oh my word! Bear with me, dear readers, as I try and go through in my head my Mega Drive collection and look at what I've got in. Was it? uh, Did it have a different name in Japan than it had in the rest of the world or the US, wherever it was released?
Um, doesn't look like it.
So I was
Oh,
thinking it could
yeah,
be.
actually, it it did, but it's just it does, but the word it has the same name but in a different order in Japan. There we go.
Oh, same name in a different order.
Yeah,
How you keep a count on what question I'm up to,
yeah,
aren't you?
you're on 7 at the moment.
Oh, that's not so bad. I've got loads. I can ask all kinds of stupid questions now, can't I? Uh, uh, sorry, remind me of the 93. It was before 93, wasn't it?
Yeah, before 93, yeah.
Uh, hmm. And it's not a tie-in, so it's
Nope.
not a licensed Batman, Battletoads, some Turtles, something like that. Um, platformer. Oh, is it by Electronic Arts?
No.
Okay, stop barking up that tree. Mm, mm, mm. I'm kind of enjoying this and not enjoying it at all because I feeling pretty sketch about knowing what this could be. Um, former, former. I can't think. Sorry for the dead air. I am racking my brain. I'm even trying to think of what the next question could be.
Would it help if you knew if it was like first party or anything like that?
Well, I was going to ask: is it a Sega first party or is it third party sort of licensed game?
So you need to form that into a yes
Okay.
or no question.
All right. Is it a Sega published or developed game?
Yes.
Hmm. Um, is the main character blue?
Um, no.
All right. As a platformer, I kind of had to get that
Yeah, I
answered.
wouldn't go that easy and go, right, Sonic.
Yeah, but that's like a trick question, isn't it? That's the
Yeah.
catch me out type of thing. Um, was it released in the first 12 months of the Oh no, so hang on. Let me rephrase that. I'm trying to pin it down as to when it could have been released, and I'm so sorry. Remind me, is it first party, third party?
It's first party, yeah.
Fucking hell, I am struggling.
So it's a first party platformer made before 1993.
93.
Not made in Japan, not made in the UK.
See, I'm part of me's thinking that it's Another World, but then
not
that's
first
been on
party.
other stuff. Yeah, it's not first party, is it? What a waste of a question that was. What a dick.
No, that's not a question. You were sort of, yeah. But,
Yeah, I'm ruminating. Yeah. Does it have a ninja in it?
um, hold on. Let me just double check which. Yes, kind of.
Oh, that's not helping. Yes, kind of. Is the protagonist a ninja?
No,
Right.
but he can be.
You only have choice of one character.
Yes, but yes. Yes, I can't give you more of a clue than that actually, because then it's that gives it away.
Oh. First party, released before 93, came out last in Japan. The baddie could be a ninja. I can hear people listening to this podcast screaming at me, telling me what it is.
Yeah.
But I haven't got a clue. I think I'm confusing myself by going too heavy on the Japanese side, if you know what I mean, rather than thinking, what? Oh, I know what this is. When you say he could be, this character plays a variety of characters.
Yes.
Is it Chameleon Kid or Kid Chameleon?
It is, yes, it is. It is a Kid Chameleon or Chameleon Kid, as he's known in Japan, released in 1992 on the Sega Mega Drive, developed by the Sega Technical Institute in America. So, yeah, well done. And you did that
Holy hell, I was
in
sweating like
11.
mad there.
Yeah. 11
That's a lot of
questions.
dead air there,
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah,
Brilliant. Oh, that was a good one. That when you when you said it's a Mega Drive one, I was like, yes, this should be easy. No, it was not. But we're there.
yeah. Well, I went with Kid Chameleon because I did play that at the weekend just to sort of see what it was like now. And I was like,
As a
oh,
hidden
shit.
gem type of thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I was like, oh, it's not very good.
yeah. That question of like, is he a ninja? And you're like, it could be. I'm like, what do you mean it could be? Is it? Yeah. So that led me down the path.
Yeah,
Nice one.
that's where I
Yeah.
thought, oh, he's going to get it. Especially if I said, because I was going to give you a clue, and I was like, no, I can't. If I give you a clue, you will absolutely get it straight away.
Yeah. Yeah. That's good. That's fun.
No, that was brilliant.
Excellent.
So thank you so much for joining me, Jake.
Oh, I've really enjoyed it. It's been good fun. And you know, Chris, I'll tell you what the best part was is I got to play about 30 or 40 different games in the space of a week. That was
Yeah, me too.
the fun
Yeah,
of this. And just digging through stuff that I thought, is that any good? Does it as good as I remember it? Playing my favorite games that are my go-tos, like Elemental Master and Devil Crash. Every time I get like a new handheld emulator or something, those are amongst the first that go on that machine. So yeah, it was such fun just playing stuff again.
yeah, I agree. I had a great time playing through some of this stuff again.
Mm.
And yeah, like I say, I played the one that surprised me the most was Daffy Duck in good terms of
Yeah,
surprises.
yeah.
Because I'd always been curious about that game.
Uh-huh.
So I thought I'm going to give this a go, and then I played it, and I was like, man, that's actually really fun.
A bit Daffy curious, were you?
Yeah, but there's a really good Daffy Duck game on the DS, you see, and that's why.
Uh-huh.
And I'm a big Daffy Duck fan. I love Daffy
Yeah.
Duck. And what are they called? that developer who made like Mighty Switch Force and stuff like that. Yuck
Don't know.
Games splintered off from them, and they also did the Advance Wars remakes.
Oh yeah, I know who you mean.
Why can't I think of their name? Oh my god, I can't think of their name. That's really disappointing. Anyway,
I'm
they
going to
made
put
a
you out your misery.
fantastic Daffy Duck game on the DS, which is like, and the animation in that is just absolutely amazing.
Are you in Way Forward?
Way Forward, yes, that's it. Thank you.
We mentioned them during the course of the podcast when I said one of the platformers feels Way Forward-ish in its stuff.
Yeah. But yeah, this. But yeah, that's another really good. That's a really good hidden DS game. That's going to be a good episode, actually. DS deep cuts.
Yeah, that would be cool. That would be mega cool. I would also be very interested in hearing what the listeners have as their deep cut favorite hidden gem.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Because everyone's perspective on these things is different. Whether it's a SNES, PC Engine, any other 16-bits that you care to mention, hit us. Let us know, because I can add these to my emulators and play them at some point
let
in
us
the
know
future.
on Blue Sky or on our Discord. You can join, or like Danny's Twitter as well. I don't use Twitter, so I won't be
Me
on
neither.
there. But yeah, that was really cool. Thank you very much, Jake. Thank you everyone for listening, and
Thank you very much.
catch you next time.
Laters.